Good morning, good morning. I am here doing an early morning walk and I'm noticing all the dandelions are popped up here, all the flowers. So I am going to be walking around this morning harvesting all these flowers here because they have really good health and medicinal benefits. And I am going to be just walking my yard because I do not use any artificial fertilizers or any chemicals or anything as such in my yard. Look at that. There you have some right up against the wall right here. So I'm going to get as much as I can because they'll keep throwing up flowers. I also have some sweet violet and some yellow dock here, and these are also herbs. But this huge dandelion, I am going to be harvesting the entire plant. I'm going to just dig in right here because I know that this one has a huge root under there. Look at the size of this plant. I know there's flowers coming out right there, and that's fine because I can use all those as greens in a smoothie or in a salad. I know it's bitter, and bitters are good for your blood. It's cleansing. It acts as a diuretic, and it's good for your liver also. Detoxifies your blood and your liver and all that good stuff. So do your research on dandelion, and you can use the entire plant. You can use the root, you can use the leaves, you can leave the flowers. So nothing in this plant here goes to waste. So I am going to dig down here through these wood chips. I don't want to pop the roots. They go pretty deep, and so I want to get as much as I can. Wait a minute, this is actually two plants here. Okay, I'm gonna have to grab a tool because my fingers won't do it. So let's see. I'm gonna go as deep as I can because, like I said, the roots go pretty deep down, and I'm gonna get as much as I possibly can. It's fatter at the plant, at the greens itself, but as you go deeper, the roots gets thinner. So I would get the most out of the roots that are closer to the greens at the top. So I'm gonna try to go as deep down as I possibly can, and I'm gonna pull a little bit just to see if it's gonna loosen up a little. No, I'm probably gonna end up popping it, but that's okay because that root would pop right back up and I would have more dandelions there. Look at this. Nice thick roots. And I'm not harvesting this to store it up. I'm harvesting it to use. And so I'm just going to pull these two plants that are here in the hole. So there's more roots. I can feel the roots at the bottom there. And I'm going to just let that be. Cover it right back up because I can't get the rest of it. And it's growing in really good soil. So I'll just cover it back up and I'll let it be, and it'll probably shoot up again. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll just cover everything up. So there's another one in my garden here. I'm pretty sure it has a really nice root, but I'm going to let that one be. I'm going to harvest the flowers. But because the season is still early and we're still in spring and I want to harvest some more flowers, I'll just let them be, and later on in the season I can dig them up and gather some more roots that I can have to make my tea during the winter months. It's just a maintenance herb that I use. And if you guys think I'm playing about herbs, let me just show you my stash that I actually literally bought, and they are remedies. I believe they have a lot of health value in them, and so I use them. These here are some of the herbs. I see that, guys. Look, it's right in my yard. This is dandelion root right here. So this is why I harvest the roots, because I actually bought this. I'm not even sure if it's expired because I bought it so long ago. I gotta check the expiration date because I don't use it anymore. I just use, not that it's not good, it's just that, oh, it expires 10/31/24. Right, so see, I can still use this if I want to. These are all herbs that I use, that I consume, and a lot of these I use them as a blend of herbs for maintenance. Like this right here is a blend that I purchased from a health herb store, and it's for circulation. It's a circulation blend right here, and everything that is in here, it's on there. So this is a herb blend that was already done by an herbalist, and that's what we use because my husband also uses this. It's just for maintenance. Over here I also have a lot of herbs. Uva ursi. I have nettle leaf, that's stinging nettle leaf, and I was able to purchase, this is some herbs from Grenada that we make tea with. I have a bunch of stuff from Grenada. This is lemongrass in this box here. Mother's Worth. I have a lot of herbs that I use. Look at this, corn silk, and this is from last year. It's just corn silk that I use, and I make teas with a lot of these. This is chickweed, and chickweed I have growing in my garden. These I purchased online on Amazon. What is this one? Hawthorn leaf and flower. So yarrow flower, shepherd's purse, and I do have shepherd's. I realize I have shepherd's purse in my yard. I have seeds here that I'm going to be putting in my garden, my herb seeds, floral herbs. Let me show you. Chamomile. See, look at this. I have the yarrow right here. So now I'm gathering seeds that I can actually plant in my garden that I can use, so I don't have to keep purchasing those. Where is it? I'm looking specifically for the red clover. Oh, I have different dandelions. But yeah, this red clover here, I also purchased that. And some people see these as weeds, but guess what? I have the white clover in my yard, so why not have the red clover too? Because it's a red clover what I want, and it has, do your research, it has a whole lot of medicinal benefits, and you will see, because I feel like if I'm buying this thing, look at this, I have it here that I purchased. Why not purchase the seeds and grow it myself if it's not coming up wildly in my yard? Why not harvest the dandelion root that's actually in my yard? Why not harvest the shepherd's purse that's actually in my yard? I am also investing in books and purchasing books so that I'm able to identify herbs when I see them just growing wildly in my yard or in my garden, and be able to harvest them. And this right here is one of the books that I purchased, The Forager's Guide to Wild Foods, and this has a whole lot of information in it. This is a North American edition. I chose to purchase this book. There are good reviews on it. There are herbs in here that you can identify. There are also information here on lookalikes that are poisonous and are toxic. So this is a really great book that I enjoy going through, and it encourages me to go out more in the outdoors and walk through the woods and just look at the bounty that we have just in nature alone, coming up just wildly for us to enjoy. All the berries, I see a lot of berries in the springtime and also in the fall time. Like they ripen, they come out in the spring, and some of them they ripen in the fall. Tells you how to harvest it and what to eat and which part to eat and all that good stuff. So this is a whole lot of information in this book that I'm enjoying, that I'm learning about. A lot of it I know about, but it just gives me, you know, look at all this what that we call weeds. Rumex. We call this weeds. And I see this growing wildly all over in my area, not realizing that I can actually forage these and use them. So guys, if you are into gardening, if you are into herbs, get you a couple books. Get you an herbal encyclopedia. I have one of those. I have many herb books that, and to me they're all different. The books that I get, they're different. They're not repetitive. They're not redundant. And so I'm able to learn a whole lot on so many different herbs that we have available to us just in a while. So at this point, I am going to go wash my dandelion leaves and flowers. So as you can see, this is the dandelion roots that I was able to harvest again. And these are the greens, and this is only 2 plants here. They were kind of sort of fused in the same hole in the ground, but this is a good amount for a couple servings. And remember, your measurements are important, and remember, you cannot mix every and any herb. Yes, it might be good and healthy, but at the same time you have to be careful and educate yourself on what you mix as herbs, because it's medicine at the end of the day, and you have to know how much of a period that you can take these herbs for. This is my flowers that I was able to harvest this morning. I am gonna probably steep some of this, and if you look up, it might be the same plant, but sometimes each different part of the plant, like the root, would have a different purpose than the leaves, even though it's the same plant. So do your research. This is all that I got from my dandelion this morning. So it's a bounty in my yard, and this is why I don't use any fertilizers, any artificial fertilizers. All I use is what I get back from the garden, old leaves and sticks and weeds and grass, and I don't use any fertilizer on my grass either. I use my chicken compost from my chicken coop, and you know, this is just good, organic, healthy herbs that I can use, and it's actually free. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time right here on Fifi's Journey.